scientist really influences how I teach. I have a very formulaic approach to building content. So whether I'm designing a lecture or creating a new form of assessment, I go through the same steps no matter what. I start by reviewing the literature, forming a hypothesis from that, designing a model, and then I'll do a bunch of observations, come back and make conclusions off of the results of those observations. Some of the things I really look for when I'm thinking about how to observe my students is I think about their attitude towards the material and how they're engaging with the material. Those are two really powerful indicators to me about whether or not at least I'm starting on the right track. Students are almost always willing to tell you whether they liked a new form of assessment or a new form of instruction. And their level of engagement, their level of motivation with the content that you're teaching is paramount to their success. If they don't like what you're teaching or how you're teaching, or if they're not engaged, then it's probably not going to be effective either way. I try to get feedback not just at the end of the semester, but multiple times throughout the semester. And not only does that help with my students wanting to be involved in the class because they are a particular driver of how it changes, but it also helps me realize what's effective and what isn't effective. Another thing that I do is make the material as accessible as possible. I'm a very big advocate for providing recorded lectures with captions on them so that students can learn at their own pace. There's a lot of material that's covered in those lectures, and some students can't grab it all in 50 minutes. So being able to go and watch it over again or doing it in the comfort of their own home can make a big difference with accessibility. And not all of our students have English as their first language. So being able to watch it at their pace can really make a difference in their ability to learn the material. Be curious, be adventurous, talk to individuals in your department, see what they're trying. It's always good to talk to your seniors about things that worked for them, things that didn't work. And I think the most important advice that I can give you is to not be afraid of trying new things because of failure. If there's one important lesson that I've learned from this is that one failed lecture in the hundreds of lectures that students are going to take isn't really going to change much for them. But you finding an effective tool that you can use throughout your teaching career will change lives over the course of your teaching tenure.